Something to eat though. Like I need a little snack. Poppy band, please. See, when I said about about champ select, we need AP or AP bot. We need some AP, right? Without AP, this drop will not work. I need some food quickly. Get away. What have I told you, chat? That I found the most accessible, easy snack. It's literally just lunch, meat, chicken, I guess. It's like, just eat this, GG. And then I can eat later. Alois creation or Alois? Huh. GG. Garen Lee Sin. It's probably gonna be a gore drinker game. What's the name? It's this. This is what it's called in the Netherlands. This is what it's called. It's like grilled kinda. It's very nice. Mr. Fundamentals. Is it Mr. Fundamentals or the student? Oh, it's Netinet. Ah, my man Netinet. I'll play with Netinet. He's good. He was rank 1 last season. Real Netinet. Yeah, I buy it in overtime, indeed. The reason I go Gore is because they have burst, and burst. If I go Hydra, they will just one-shot combo me. But if I go Gore Drinker, I can sustain their combo. Lee Sin. Now just ward. Does he react? Yeah. Sometimes people are all tapped, you know, they're just like scrolling on Twitter or something like this. Mag ik je voetbalplaatjes? Bro, chat, I had, whatever. I may have had a point in my life where I was like a little Timmy Alois, 8 years old, and I was begging outside supermarkets, asking people for their soccer play cards. GG. Yeah, that was me. But I'm telling you, I had a stack this big, and then I was already a hustler. 8, 9 years old, I had my full thing covered with all the cards, and then I would sell them to the remaining parents. So I would reverse it. Instead of asking them for their cards, I would sell it to them. GG. I was already a hustler back then. So there was like parents that would come with their books of like the cards that they had missing, and then they would just buy it out of my stack because I had like every card times 10. Okay, but let me focus on the game now. Let's go educational. Lee Sin is starting red buff. No, he started another buff. Okay, Lee Sin could be doing Raptors. Yeah, he's doing Raptors rep of Golems. So whenever Lee Sin does Raptors rep of Golems, chat, that means he's doing 3 camp. And then after rep of, like after Golems, what do you think this guy is gonna do? Probably look to like gank top, right? So whenever enemy jungler does a clear like that, when they do Raptor start and they clear the top, you want to do a second wave crash. Why? Because now Lee Sin is right here, right? He's right here now. If I can steal even 2, I would already cuck him super, super hard. But I know right now that Lee Sin is right here. And now, after this camp, Lee Sin is of course going to go to the bot side. Jungle tracking, bros. Oh, he got 11 out of 12. That's impressive. So yeah, this is very good. And now I should never be gankable. The wave is bouncing back into me. This is also good. Why is it good that the wave is bouncing back into me? Well, look at my jungler. He's pathing into top, right? So first of all, I did a second wave crash to make sure that I am not gankable by the Lee Sin, because the wave bounces back into me. But right now, also the Garen becomes gankable because the wave is bouncing. I could help the Rengar if he was going to be invaded here. He used Q. Cooldowns. Very nice W timing by the Garen, actually. Oh, Lee Sin is here. But the wave is bouncing, so I can move. So this cucks the Lee Sin. My Rengar's 2 camps up now. Fundamental shot. So I just won the game by having good jungle track. What do you think, chat? What do we think? So what is more important, chat? Jungle tracking or knowing my matchup? Look, he knows. He knows it's fundamentals. GG. He knows. I just said it.
Choose your own path.
There you go. Jungle tracking, chat. It will save you so many games if you learn how to do this. And you use it every game, you know. Every game you need to use level up timers. Jungle tracking. Did you also see how I left my wave? Where the wave was still pushing into me. I was able to rotate just because I did the second wave crash, right? So that's why I was also able to look to rotate there. So my wave manipulation with the jungle tracking there was in sync. That's what we refer to as the fundamentals. My jungler knows fundamentals. I'm not gonna go for the deep blade. I'm gonna rush my gold drink as fast as I can. And the reason I instant recalled is, look, Garen is going to try to hard push this wave as well. But I pushed my wave as quick as possible and I recalled instantly. So guess what, chat? I'm going to have a freeze. How do I know? Because I think ahead with my wave states. And because I sync my reset timers good with my wave states, I slow push into hard push. Look, I get a perma freeze. Well, guess what, chat? So here we used reset timers, wave manipulation, and jungle tracking. The 3 core fundamentals. And then we also use level up timers, right? So level up timers are used here. Reset timers are used. Jungle tracking. And wave manipulation. And then boom. My lane is good. I'm 1-0 up. I have a perma freeze. Garen is going to lose a full cannon wave. That's it. That is why you need fundamentals. Can't give you a better example than this. And as you guys can see, it still applies in full challenger lobbies. This Garen is challenger, this Lee Sin is challenger. There you go, chat. Oh, that's not good by my young left. Oh, is that landed?
Burdens of the past.
But Garen has those sums, and the wave is pushing into me. Okay, he used Q and W. I need this wave to still push into me, because whilst the wave is pushing into me, that means Garen is forced to walk up for last hits. But I thinned out a little bit too much. Plus my minions are probably... Well, they're 1% stronger. So the Garen is suddenly not forced to walk up for last hits anymore. I messed up. But this W is still on cooldown. Why? I know cooldowns.
There is no other way.
GG, chat. GG. Are you guys convinced yet that fundamentals matter? Are you convinced? We get this plate because we get Gore Drinker. I won't be cancelled by anything. Now, chat. If you want to get all the fundamentals, type exclamation mark course. I'm telling you, it will change your life. GG.
How should I proceed?
Do we need a pin cord? Nah! No, my pin cord is that are bitches. You know what I mean? Let's go, chat. We gotta freeze again. Beautiful. We gotta keep in mind though that this guy does have ult still. But look his items to my items. He might look to proxy, but he's too late. Enemy team can play for Herald because they see my jungler bot, so they know right now that my jungler is bot. So I want Karma to be very careful by getting wards down here, because they... Okay, there he is. I want to play for my level 8 here if I can. Has Face Rush and his W out there. I can just sustain. Ah, you can't really play, as long as I freeze this.
To serve the greater good.
Garen could move. He's losing another full cannon wave. Alright. Whilst he's moving, it's okay. I'm gonna wait for him to lose the full cannon wave, and then I'll start looking for prio. Okay. That was ugly. Like your... Okay, let's push. This guy's dead. Oh, he lives?
It must come to pass.
I mean, maybe it's legit even better if he lives. Oh, he dies.
Never falter.
A sword mirrors its owner.
In this scenario, it was good for me to freeze, because nobody was gonna play for Herald anyways. My Ranger was bot side, so since we're not gonna look to do anything productive, I wanted to freeze. This is a game where I probably want to buy Tabis, because even this guy has 80 right now. And if I have Gore Drinker Tabis, who is going to kill me? Who is going to kill me? Yeah, ping that bitch away. She cannot have our gold. I know what you mean, bro.
My hands are stained.
Goodbye. He's gonna push. Ooh, I should have waited.
My spirit is not lost. There is no other way.
Cute light. A little bit of mechanics. Sometimes we need those too. Yeah, but Garen is a bad matchup for Riven. It's a counter matchup. No, fundamentals, GG. That's why fundamentals over mechanics, chat. Oh, that actually landed? He must have flashed them. I think he have. So yeah, here is a prime example of why I'd argue that fundamentals are better than matchups. That's okay. Game should be over at this point. 99 is also an amazing player, so he'll also help you carry this game, but look at items. I will reach my cleaver before this guy reaches Stridebreaker.
How should I proceed? Choose your own path.
Alright, now, I mean, the game is in a pretty good state. Just Lee Sin got a big shutdown, so I might be close to Gore Drinker now. My biggest thing is to try to get... Okay, yeah, he has Gore Drinker. I want to try and secure this full turret. That's just my goal right now. I don't really want to roam. I just want to try and secure this turret before the plates drop. And then I'll have my cleaver, and then the game is pretty much over. So Garen never has enough damage to kill me, as he also has phasers, so I just need to have my E when he QEs me. But he can't really stop me. I'm doing this. Alright. We're gonna need one more. It's gonna disappear. Oh, we got it. His sin is here. Okay. Then I'm going to proxy. The reason I proxy is because it gives me extra time. So now, while I'm proxying, and Lee Sin is bot, guess what? We can play for his jungle camps. Right? Because Lee Sin is bot right now, I have tempo over Garen. Why? Because he still needs to collect the wave. And whilst he's collecting the wave, look what I'm already doing. That's what proxying gives you. It gives you the tempo. That's also what I said in the fundamentalist. Tempo, very, very important, right? This is how you utilize tempo. One of the best ways to get tempo, proxy. This is a cannon wave, so I want to proxy this to allow my next wave to be very healthy, and I want to try and get his full turret. Kinda need my E. Now my means will do the work for me. This guy's recalling. Oh, he's not recalling. What? Really? Killer Mike. You devious little man. Oh, you tricked me, I guess. Killer Mike. You little pig.
My spirit is not lost. The time for talk is over.
Ooh, good flash.
No looking back.
I think we don't have to die for this. Natty net! Okay. It's okay. That was not really fundamentals. So what should my third item be here, chat? What do you guys think? What should I build here as my third item?
How should I proceed?
I'm not the biggest fan of Death Dance. I do think it's very good, but you know that this guy actually deals a lot of true damage, right? I think I should build some magic resist, so I think a Hex Drinker into full Death Dance. It looks fun. Yeah, I can 2v1. But I shouldn't flip it. As long as I play disciplined and not die, any team can't really get back in the game. Although I already lost my shutdown, unfortunately, but we all lost our shutdowns. You lost shutdown, I lost shutdown, Reagan lost shutdown. She mispositioned really hard. So stupid that LeBlanc gets away there with an auto attack. I'll move here. Drinking game. Take a shot every time Alois says fundamentals. Good luck, bro. You'll be an alcoholic by tomorrow. Fundamentals.
They crossed the line. Sword mirrors.
I'll get the 600 gold from this, that's why I want it. I'm gonna skip this. Why? Because I have tempo at the moment. Because Lee Sin is dead. I should collect this mid wave.
The time for talk is over.
Oh, I swear I kill her there. I swear I kill her if I get one nanosecond. Bitch. Okay, we buy this tier, this, and now we go distance, and then we'll be unkillable. Not the best herald, I guess. Insane. What was that? Okay, I mean, I'm pretty much well prepared against anything right now. I just don't have too much CDR, but it's okay. That guy's dead. We had a beautiful dragon that will give us CDR too. Natty said that your herald sucked. He is right. It was not a good herald.
My spirit is not lost.
I thought I'd have more time, but it was very off tempo. It's better to have like herald right now, right? Let's say I'm bolt right now and I herald, it would be 10 times better. My herald really sucked because my entire team wanted to recall, and I spawned herald whilst my entire team wanted to recall. So it was a very bad herald. He's completely right.
Violence to end violence.
I heralded thinking I had tempo, but in fact I was griefing tempo.
Learn from your mistakes.
I mean, these guys still have one item, so I don't know, they're so weak. We should just play Nash in 30 seconds and then we win the game there.
Never falter.
Shouldn't that shin. Just let the Zerial get wasted. Oh, it's Brent is surfing. Ah.
A moment of clarity.
I didn't even see the portal. Can we do this without Garen? I'll recall quickly. Oh, that fucked. Fundamentals! GG! What do you think of this game though? My early game was instantly won because fundamentals. And I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. I'll show you guys exactly how we won the early game with 3 things. Remember when we made this tier list? I said wave control, jungle tracking, reset timers, right? These are my 3 core fundamentals. Let's showcase you guys how I won my early laning phase in Challenger using these 3 core fundamentals. Let's dive into it. We'll go into replay here. How would you name jungle fundamentals? Role abusing. Probably role abusing. Alright, chat. Let's get ready. Put my hair good. Okay, GG. Let's dive into it, okay? Let's take a look. Chat, what do I always do? How do I always start the game? Why is this so shit? That's fine. How do I always start the game, chat? What do I always do? I always put my ward down level 1. Why do I put this ward down? So I know how enemy jungle is pathing, and I know how my jungle is pathing, right? So let's track this. I'm laning here, little Timmy, AloisNL. Now remember, I'm showcasing you guys how these 3 core fundamentals, reset timers, jungle interaction, and wave control, win me so many games, easily, still in Challenger. Alright, take a look. I'm playing a relatively bad matchup in theory, right? Early is good for me though. Okay, so the first thing I notice here is I'm pushing my wave, as I very often do, and I see Lee Sin on the rep buff level 2. But he already has 4 CS. I know here instantly that he started Raptors. Now, when I notice when Lee Sin does this clear, he's gonna do Raptors, rep buff, Golems. What lane is closest to Golems after Lee Sin cleared this and is level 3? Top lane, right? So I want to play my waves in a way where he cannot level 3 gank me. How do we do that, chat? How do we do that? Wave 2 crash. There you go. So here, I'm manipulating my waves around the jungle pathing. And that all started with this ward that I placed down level 1. Alright. So after this, I do my second wave crash. Natty Nat, thank you for the raid. Let's go. Thank you, bro. I'm just explaining how this early game went. So as you guys see, let me rephrase. Here, we got our ward down, and we saw 4 CS here, started rep buff, 8 CS. Beautiful. Now we know that Lee Sin is pathing to Golems, and after Golems, he's going to be closest to top lane, right? So, we do a second wave crash to circumvent this. He cannot do a third level 3 gank on us. I wanted to think maybe I can steal his small Golems, but I thought if he catches me, I might die. So, I'm just allowing him to clear this. It's okay. Now, Lee Sin has 2 options. First things first, let's look at our jungle pathing, right? Rengar's pathing into top. In theory here, Lee Sin has 2 options. Lee Sin could go to his bot side now, which is very natural, or he could invade my top side, right? So after the second wave crash that we did here, we have one option with the wave, which will always be good. And that is letting this wave bounce back into me. By allowing this wave to bounce back into me, I can react accordingly to both scenarios. Because let's say Lee Sin invades here. If the wave is bouncing back into me, it is good for me to move because I am not losing minions and Garen is losing minions. If Lee Sin goes bot side here and Rengar goes top side, it is still good for me to let this wave bounce back into me because then Garen is forced to walk up for last hits, meaning that Rengar could look for the gank. Now, of course, I want to try and thin it out if Lee Sin goes bot side here and Rengar goes top. I don't want to let this wave get super big so that Garen is level 4 and I'm still level 2, right? So I need to still thin it out, and that's what I'll try to do. So here, what I do on the wave here first is secure my level 3 first. I only need 2 minions, Garen needs 3 minions as well, so I'll secure my 2 minions, now I'm level 3. Due to the current wave state position, this wave is bouncing back into me. Why? Because this wave number 4 of his is arriving much faster than my wave number 4 because it's much closer to his turret. This is the neutral position of the lane. This is where it's currently at. So, it is very good for me to make this bounce back into me. His cannon is still alive. I am going to thin it out. Even though I still have 3 minions left and he still has 3 minions left, this wave is pushing into me. So now I am putting my eyes here too, seeing what's happening. I'm trading because I'm thinking here at this point, okay, Lee Sin is probably in his bot side, so I want to thin out the wave and trade a little bit, preparing a potential Rengar gank. Now I see, oh wait, Lee Sin is invading. This is very well played by Rengar. He gets the buff. Good job, NettyNet. But as you guys can see, even though there's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's still hard bounce back into me. So now I can move, and this is extremely good. Now, Garen, he hates this. Garen hates this for 2 reasons. If he moves, it is already bad for him. Because whilst he is moving, he is going to lose these 3 minions, plus maybe more minions on this wave. So already, he is 0-1 behind. Now, if this play goes wrong for him, he'll be 0-2 behind, because his wave is bad, and the play is bad. If the play goes well for him, it will be 1-1, because he loses the wave, but the play will be decent for him. So, here, Garen kinda has no options. Well, he has 2 options. He has to either let his jungler pretty much suffocate, and just let his jungler run out. It is a Lee Sin, right? So Lee Sin can probably escape. Or he moves, so he can let his jungler try and escape and hard push this wave. So that forces me to come back into top lane, right? But Garen has to push this wave, plus this wave, before I have to collect. So his other option, and this is what Garen does, is to push this, get level 4, and then move. So Garen does have the level 4, but he moves. But Lee Sin makes a very big blunder here. I help the Rengar get the scuttle. Rengar actually gets level 4 from the scuttle, and Garen has no options left. He tried to move, his jungler is already dead. I get the first blood. Beautiful. So, now we get the first blood. the wave catches. Garen lost the full wave in the meantime, because look, whilst Garen is moving, look what happens with the wave chat. In my favor. So now Garen is 0-2 behind. And now I'm going to put the nail in the coffin. And the nail in the coffin right here is slow pushing this wave. Right? And whilst I'm slow pushing this wave, I want this wave to walk through the lane. Now I start pushing, because this wave is guaranteed going into the lane. I also know that Lee Sin, of course, is always going to go bot side here, because he has no top side camp. And now, the faster I push this wave, the faster I will be back in lane to hold the freeze. So my goal right here is to never trade with this Garen. My goal is to push this wave as fast as possible. And by pushing this wave as fast as possible and instantly recalling, not wasting a single second, I come back in lane in time to get a freeze. Fundamentals. Jungle tracking, wave control, reset timer. These 3 things. Do these consistently, you'll easily win games in even Challenger. And this is very replicable, but you just need to be aware of the jungle tracking. There you go. Fundamentals. Hope you guys learned something new. The game was pretty much GG'd from there for Garen. He couldn't play the game anymore. And Lee Sin was super far behind as well. And my Rengar, of course, played it very well, right? My Rengar played it well in the jungle, but the way we approach this fundamentally is very, very good. Did we learn something new? Type 1 in chat if we learned something new. 1 in the chat. Salute, chat. Abuse it. Now, a little bit of a shout out. Again, if you want to learn all of these fundamentals explained in detail, you check out my course right here.